Hello dear friends, so today I am back with the new tutorial in Python, that is functions. So we will talk about functions here. Okay, so let's move. So here we will see the agenda, why to use the functions, what are functions and what are the types of functions. Okay, so we will talk about it one by one, side by side. Okay, so let's see. So the next topic is why to use the function. Clear? See, we know that why to use function, what are functions? Okay. See, functions are used to break down the large programs into smaller ones. Fine. It makes our task easy, and yes, of course, it makes our program too easy to understand. Okay, because we are breaking it into smaller parts, like in software companies, in MNCs, in your offices also, and the boss assigns one project, okay, to the different departments. Then at that time what happened, why they are dividing the work so that they can complete the task on time, and yes, of course, without any problem. Okay, and it's really very simple and really very easy to solve the problem of those smaller tasks. They would be resolved easily. Okay, so same here, like suppose I am using here def. Okay, def is it is a keyword that is used to define the function. Okay, so I'm calling here function greet. Okay, and I want to print hello, good evening. Print how are you. If I then after that you will see I am calling this function. Okay, if I will not call the function, it will, when I will run it, it will simply pass the statement and exit. Okay, because I'm not calling the function. If I will call this function and after that I will run it, then it will give me the output like this: hello, good evening, how are you. Okay, next is def add xy. Okay, so here I want to add, I am passing the parameters or arguments here. Okay, it's my wish. Your parameters or arguments depends on your program. Okay, they are optional, you want to pass or not. Fine, that depends, all depends on your program. Fine, so like here I want to add now I want to do x plus y here. Okay, I want to do x plus y. Fine, fine. So I will write here print c. Okay, after that, yes, of course, I have to call that function, the function I have defined here, add. So I am passing the value here 5 comma 4. 5 value is for x and 4 value is for y. So when I will run this code, it will give me the output 9. Okay, so let's understand it more. Okay, move forward. Now, why to use the functions? You can see here. Okay, I'm just showing you one example over here. Okay, see, we already have done dry principle in my previous video. Dry means don't repeat yourself, means you have to, it reduces the lines of codes, okay, and making your larger program into the smaller one. Clear? And that makes easy also for the programmer, and that becomes easy to understand also. Like here we have one TV. Okay, and here what are the function we are performing here? Just raising up and raising down, putting down the volume of the system. Okay, of your of your television. Okay, and we are changing or flipping the channels also with the help of remote. So these functions are calling again and again. Fine, these things are happening. Yes, of course, these things are happening again and again on the TV channel. So what are the functions? It reduces the lines of code in your main program. Okay, it will reduce it once you have to define it at the starting. Okay, then after that you don't need to write all those lines again and again. You will simply call that particular function. Okay, next are functions. So we should understand it. Functions, it is a way to break down your large program, your problems, your processes into the smaller parts so that we can easily handle that a big project. Okay, function is a block of organized reusable codes that is used to perform some task. Okay, it is called by its name when its task needs the execution. Okay, when we will call it, as I call the greet function at the bottom. Okay, so we have to call it by the name. So you can also pass the values to it, means you can also pass the arguments, parameters to it. Okay, or return values to it, to you, or it will return the values to you. Okay, so here is def keyword. We talked in the previous slide, def keyword, that means it is defining the function name. Okay, before its name, name it to be before the function name. Okay, before the function name we write def. Okay, and that name is followed by the parenthesis. Okay, before a colon. Okay, so you can see the example here how we can define it, how we can show it. Def function name, then brackets, and here I am writing the docstring. Okay, and I am writing here pass. See, I am not calling that function. That means what will happen now here, it will not execute that function because I am not calling it. Okay, it will simply pass that statement and exit. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. See, the thing is that instead of writing 100 lines of code, why we are not using the function and reducing it to the smaller one. Okay, and it will also perform the same task. Okay, clear? So every programming language lets you to create and use these functions to perform various tasks with just a call. Okay, whatever the language, yes, they allows you to call a function. Yes, okay, you can call it number of times without having to worry about logically structure its code into your main code every single time. Clear? I hope it is clear to you about the functions. Next is syntax. Now we will see here the components of the syntax. Okay, it is a syntax of function, def, function name, parameter if you want to pass the parameter or arguments, docstring, statement, call the function. Okay, so components are keyword def. Why we will use this? It marks the start of the function header. So this is the function header. Okay, that's why we write the def. Okay, next is function name. It is the function that is defined by you. Okay, that is defined by you, and it also uniquely identify the function. Clear? Next is parameter or arguments, which we pass values to a function. They are the optional one. I am repeating again, it totally depends on your program, what type of program you are writing. Okay, these parameters depends on you only, you want to pass or not. Fine. Next is colon. What is colon? It marks the end of the function header. Okay, next is docstring. Docstring explain, they are the optional documentary string, and yes, they explain the function name, what that function actually do. Okay, so it's the optional one. Clear? Fine. One more, valid Python statements that make up the function body. Statements that have same indentation level. Okay, usually they provide the 4 spaces. You can see here the indentation before the statement. Okay, so these they are usually the 4 spaces. Okay, see, an optional return statement is also there. Optional return statement, that is to return a value from the function. Clear? Fine. Next is docstring. So we will talk about here docstring, that I already told you that it is an optional. Okay, it is an optional documentation. Okay, that comes after the first line, means function header. It exactly come after the first line, means it tells what the function is going to do. Okay, So it is briefly used to explain. It is briefly used to explain the function, the job of the function. You can say that. Okay. I hope it is clear to you now. Okay, like I have written this program. So here this function greets to the person with the provided message. If the message is not provided, it defaults to the good morning. So this doc string is explaining my first function header, what it is going to do in the program. Okay, next is print. You can see the indentation level here. Okay, fine. Print hello name plus message. So here we are going to write greet Sana, then greet Tanish. How do you do? Okay, when I will run this program, see this one is an optional one. It will not run this. Okay, fine. So when we will run the statement, what will happen here? It will give me the output like this way. Hello Sana, good morning. Hello Tanish, how do you do? Okay, so this type of output we will receive. Type of functions. Okay, so we have two types of functions. One is built-in function, the another one is user-defined functions. Built-in means those who are already available in the library. Okay, and user-defined means that is defined by me, by you. They are the user-defined functions. Okay, so first of all we will talk about built-in functions. Okay, one by one. So let's see. Function is absolute function. Okay, this function returns the absolute value of the given number. Like if you are passing -7 value, then it will return you the positive. Okay, 7 only. So it will, what would be the absolute value of -7? That is 7 only. Okay, fine. So if number is a complex number, so it will give its magnitude. Clear? It will give its magnitude. So syntax of apps number. Okay, what parameters you can pass? You can pass the integers, you can pass floating numbers, you can pass the complex number. So integer like -7, -3, anything, when you will pass it, the absolute return function returns 7 only as a output. And in floating number, if you will write -7.7, it will return 7.7. It is not returning you the negative minus sign. Okay, next is complex number. For example, 2 plus ij. So this is the complex one. Okay, so it will return the magnitude. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. Absolute function. About all other functions we will talk about in the next video. Okay, thank you for watching it. If you liked my video, like, comment and share. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.